What's going on, everybody? It's Kevin here. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Today we are going to talk about muscle soreness. All right, we're going to talk about what it is, what it comes from, why maybe you'll see it on certain days but not certain days, and also, more importantly, should you be chasing it? All right, I hear a lot of ladies in the gym saying, you kind of have that mindset of, if it was a good workout, then you get sore afterwards, and if you didn't get sore afterwards, then you could have done more, or you have different mindsets like that. And is that a good thing to have? Should we be having those kind of mindsets as it relates to muscle soreness and the effectiveness of our workouts? We're going to dive into that a little bit today, so stay tuned. First, we will talk about what is muscle soreness. So, muscle soreness, all right? It's in the literature, it's called delayed onset muscle soreness, and this soreness is the soreness that we're talking about the day after, 2 days after a workout, not the burning sensation that comes from within a workout, but the delayed onset muscle soreness that you might feel after you do a tough workout the next day, or especially, I always like to call it the 2-day factor. 2 days after that really tough workout, it'll always be the toughest. That's just totally personal for me, but I found that a lot of ladies too, you are feeling the same way. So that is what we're talking about today. So, good question. So basically, when you're doing a workout, when your muscles are working, your muscles will undergo what we call physiological damage. And I know that sounds like a scary term, but it's not a scary term. You have to have some level of physiological damage from that workout in order to cause a physiological change, to build up your muscle, to get stronger. So you'll experience some of that physiological damage, which looks like micro tears within your muscle. All right, micro tears within the little muscle cells. These again are totally normal. You actually want these in many cases, because if you don't work out hard enough to get some level of micro tears within that muscle belly, or within that muscle, each individual cell, your body, it doesn't know that it needs to repair those things, and it doesn't actually make the change that you're trying to get it to see. So you need to have those micro tears, you need to have that physiological damage to be an effective workout. But there is a range between a single micro tear happening and how much soreness you might feel the next day. You are able to have physiological damage or experience those micro tears without feeling excessive soreness that day. And that is a really, really key aspect when it comes to, delayed onset muscle soreness. So basically that is why you get sore. And we'll kind of talk about how certain protocols within burn kind of change that. So a lot of you have told me, especially in focus meetings or anything like that, maybe it might just be a quick meeting after camp, but when you are doing strength days, you'll feel like you get a lot more sore from those strength days compared to the cardio days. And there is a big reason for that. Many of you just might not be wondering about that, but here is why. All right, so in our strength days, we program in a lot of time under tension, especially during these at-home workouts when we don't have a whole bunch of heavy weights at our disposal. We're going to program in a lot of that time under tension, more time that the muscle is contracting, which increases the tension that muscle is experiencing. Right, that increased tension will lead to that physiological damage over time within that workout, and it will lead to those micro tears. All right, it has to have that increased tension. So on our strength days, say we're going to be holding wall sits and squat holds and jump squats and doing a whole bunch of stuff, but that increased time under tension will cause that damage. On the other hand, on cardio days, when we are doing things like, Heisman's, when we're just sprinting, maybe you're going out for a run, you might not get nearly as sore, especially if that run isn't a very long run. Maybe it's a faster run, but it's not a very long period of time. And the reason you don't get nearly as sore from that is because that your muscles aren't experiencing as much time under tension as they would during a strength day, right? The time that your muscle is contracting, say your quadricep muscle on the front of your thigh, the time that is contracting on a strength day compared to on a cardio day is much, much higher on that strength day. So that is the biggest purpose and the biggest reason why you're going to get generally sore from those strength days. It's going to be, that is where that soreness is going to come from, but not on those cardio days. So, great question right here. How do we combat the muscle soreness? All right. Especially if you are someone new to the gym, you are just started working out, or maybe you changed up your workout routine, you're going to experience an increase in that muscle soreness, especially those couple days afterwards. So how do you combat that? The biggest thing that I always like to tell everybody is you need to be sure that you're eating enough protein. Okay, that is right after your workout, that is on that workout day, but that is also during those off days. All right. Protein, like we've talked about before, is that building block of our cells. It's the building block of our muscles. When our immune system says that, hey, we've gone through muscular damage, we need to repair this, so our muscular system will start to rebuild and make those muscle cells stronger from those micro tears or that physiological damage. When we start to build that, we need the building blocks, and protein acts as that building block. All right, if we don't have nearly enough, specifically the good proteins, and we'll get into that in a sec, but if we don't have enough, our body's not going to, literally it won't be able to build up that muscle and repair. So it's going to take a lot longer of time if we're not getting that solid protein. And what is a good solid protein source? A lot of meats are going to have a variety of different amino acids, which are those building blocks of the proteins. Our body splits up the protein into those amino acids, builds it back up as, like Legos basically, in the way that we need them, and then it adds to our muscle. So meats and things like that, a lot of green veggies have a good variety of amino acids. Afterburn, our protein supplement, has the top 3, which are the BCAAs when it comes to muscle growth. Those are isoleucine, leucine, and valine, with leucine being that number 1. You definitely want as many grams as that one, but all 3 come in a package deal, which is super good for muscle growth. Simply put, those aid, by simple ingestion, those aid in building muscle. So definitely you need to make sure that you are getting enough protein. That is going to quickly combat that, especially like I said before, when you are trying to or when you are starting something new, when you are feeling extra sore. You need to make sure, if you're feeling extra sore on that day, that would be my number 1 tip, would be hit your protein goal. And in fact, for that day, don't be worried about going over. All right, more is definitely going to be helpful in that scenario. So the other piece of that is we need to let our bodies recover. Okay, you have to let your body recover. If you experience one sore or one hard workout that leads to a sore day, a sore couple days, a day or two after, you need to let your body recover appropriately. Now, that doesn't mean just taking time off from the gym. All right, that means that if you have a leg day on Monday, maybe, when you feel super sore on Wednesday, maybe Wednesday would not be a good idea for a leg day. All right, let's do arm day on that, or, upper body, so that we can let those legs continue to recover. So then hopefully by Thursday, those legs will be ready for another workout. Now for burn, we do this already for you, so you don't really have to worry about that, but it's important that you listen to your body. Okay, let's say that Friday we do a super tough leg day, and then you come to the gym on Saturday and you do the workout on Saturday, and we are doing a whole bunch of cardio movements, so your legs are they're still moving, but they're not really getting super good recovery. Sunday you are super sore, and Monday you are super sore, and we have another leg day on Monday. Well, maybe it wouldn't be the best idea to be, my point is, give yourself some grace. It's not bad that you would do that, but know that you're probably going to feel a little bit extra sore when it comes to those legs. So, and that does help in the long run, but we'll get into that in a sec of should you be chasing that soreness. All right, big question of the day right here. Should I be chasing soreness? All right, and a lot of you, I've talked to a lot of ladies in like I said before, after workouts, maybe it's in focus meetings or things like that. But if you are gauging your effectiveness of your workout based on how sore you get the next day, we need to help you, and we need to find a different way to gauge that effectiveness, because simple soreness is not necessarily the thing that we want to be chasing. So, and let me kind of break down that process one more time to help you understand this. So when we work our muscles, right, the increased time under tension, that more tension is going to lead to more micro tears, or the physiological damage that we've been talking about within that muscle belly, right? Now there is a separate time when your body experiences those micro tears compares to when it truly feels them, and that sensation of feeling sore really starts to ramp up. So if you're going all the way to the end of that spectrum where you're trying to only feel super sore that next day, then before you would even feel sore, you are experiencing some micro tears, and you would probably feel, sore anyway. So, but you are experiencing that physiological damage enough for your body to make gains, right? So the biggest reason why I would say that you should not be chasing soreness is because it can lead to a little bit of overtraining. So, and what overtraining is, basically day by day, if you continue to chase soreness, especially in a specific muscle group, or continuously over time, we're talking 3-6 months here, where you're constantly trying to get as sore as possible, your body is not going to be able to handle nearly as much. It's going to get so behind on that repair and that recovery process that your body won't be able to continue to see those growth. So what your body truly needs at that point is rest and recovery, and we don't want to get to that. So if you're constantly going for that muscle soreness, you might be experiencing that, maybe within a day-to-day process, but recovery is super important. So we shouldn't really be chasing it. However, the other aspect why we shouldn't be chasing it is if you are a new person to the gym, or maybe you just switched up your workouts, you're likely to be feeling a little more sore based on these burn workouts that we're doing right now. So you're gonna feel those, and I think everyone here who is watching this video who has started up at burn, you've experienced that as well, where the first couple days are just the worst, but it gets better, and those days are the toughest to get back to the gym, right? They're the toughest I'm so sore, I really just need to rest, I want to recover, I want to be home. So my point is, if you are experiencing that level of soreness and your body hurts so much that you find yourself skipping some workouts, you're going a little too hard, in my personal opinion. Okay, you would be going a little too far because you are missing workouts due to that soreness, which is not the goal. It's all about consistency. So I would tell you, back off just a little bit, take your volume down. Maybe we're not doing as many reps, as many sets within our workouts. Maybe we're not going for quite as long, but you have to give your body a little bit of grace. You have to give it a little bit of recovery time, because consistency is key. All right, what you do over and over and over, and day in, day out, that is the key component of this, not necessarily how much you do one day and then how much you can rest for the next 3 or 4 days. So think about that concept, and that is, with that in mind, that's really why I say it's not a good thing to necessarily chase soreness. Your body will definitely experience gains and growth in the muscle, and you can lose body fat without feeling that soreness. The soreness effect has really no effectiveness or no effect on the amount of fat that you're burning or anything like that in a workout. So I would say just don't be chasing that soreness. Talk to us if you want a little more detailed explanation on that kind of stuff, or a little different way how to change your mindset about should I be going for that soreness and not feeling good if a workout didn't make you sore. So give yourself a little grace with that, but I would tell you, do not be chasing that soreness. So ladies, that is a little bit of info on soreness. I hope it really helps you, especially during this still very weird time when you're doing the at-home workouts. A lot of you have told me that your body is sore, your joints are sore. Should you be chasing that soreness or should you not? We kind of went through that. We should especially right now, you need to be listening to your body, all right? Listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, don't challenge it in a way that doesn't feel comfortable to challenge it. All right, if your joints are feeling good, or if not feeling good, we need to take those jumps out of it, or something along those lines. Sign up for a focus meeting with us. All right, we want to talk to you. We want to, work with you during this time. But right now, we really just want you to be consistent. That is going to be the most important thing. We kind of talked about that before. Don't be chasing that soreness. Chase that consistency. All right, over and over and over. Things you do over and over are going to be the results that you are going to get. So be consistent. Keep working hard. You guys are crushing it in the gym right now. So we are so thankful for every single one of you. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Again, if you have any questions about muscle soreness or the mindset that goes along with it, feel free to reach out. My name's Kevin. I'm from Eau Claire. You can reach out to any one of your head trainers, support trainers, whatever you have. So thanks so much again for tuning in, and I hope all of you have a great rest of your day.